So explain to people who don't know,
right? So this whole story. So Gu, she actually announced to the world she'd be skiing for China in 2000. And is it Gu or Go? I don't even know at this point.
It's pronounced Gu. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Okay, Gu, right?
Gu.
She decided to ski for China in 2019. So she was preparing for the 2022.
Yeah.
So here's a quote: "I've decided to compete for China in the upcoming 2022."
Now read it like Gu. I have decided to compete for China on 2022 Olympics.
This was incredibly tough decision for me to make.
Sorry, I'm competing for China, and then
she has to be Chinese when she's there. That's true. So
she's like their equivalent of Kamala Harris. Like,
yes.
I was listening to Yo-Yo Ma back in 1968.
Well, look. So there's obviously a lot of people that are pissed off about this. We'll get to some of the reasons why, but this is possibly one of them. Since she announced that
she's a traitor.
Well, that too. But here's the thing: the question is why? Like, why would she do that if she could ski in the United States and for the U.S. and still win gold medals?
Right.
She's inked deals with Victoria's Secret, Tiffany, IWC, and of course Beats by Dre, very big in China. This makes sense.
Victoria's Secret.
Yeah. Well.
Not
a lot of secrets, but, some.
What's the secret? All A cups?
Well, not a lot of women in China to market to, I thought, with the one-child policy, but we'll get to that.
Well, they also sell foot bindings that say juicy, so I don't know. It's different cultures.
Look, it does make a little bit of sense because China is obviously one of the biggest economies in the world, and they're on track to be the top place for luxury goods by 2025. So I guess that makes sense. But she has 23 endorsement deals from Chinese companies, including just a few: Bank of China, China Mobile, and Mignu. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but here's the interesting part. Each one of those deals is worth roughly about $2.5 million. So far more.
I don't know. In my brain, I think in yen. China. Just for crying out loud. It's just everyone is looking to be marginalized for some group. Like, I think it's really important that the Chinese are. How about you inspire the Chinese athletes there to defect and get their ass out of China where they're oppressed? Hey, how many girls are there in China who look up to you? You know, the ones who made it through the bathtub Holocaust.
Right, exactly. Or we're not left on a mountain somewhere to die slowly of starvation, right? So it's uncertain really how she can do this.
Right now.
No, you're not.
What?
It's really uncertain how she can do this legally and be able to ski for China because they don't allow dual citizenship for any of their athletes, right? So it's not like Canada and America, we have dual citizenship, and you're like, oh, I didn't make
it. Yeah, you have to renounce your citizenship.
Exactly. In there. Right, so she has to renounce it, and she was only 15 when she apparently did that. Well, here's the problem with that. The rub is, in the United States, for you to be able to renounce it, you have to be at least 16 years of age. So there's a lot of questions to whether she can actually legally have done this, if she was announcing it at the time, and there's son of foul play with China. We really don't know.
See, I think that if you commit, if you're a traitor or if you commit treason, I think we should just have one age. Like what? I can commit treason, but I can't drink a beer with my buddies. It should be. It should be 18 across the board. It really should just be,
she was born here. Again, no dual citizenship at all.
That's like Kim Jong-il went to a school in the States with, was it Benjamin Netanyahu? Yeah. I don't understand that. It's like, just capture him. Don't let him go back. Or no, he studied in Switzerland, I think.
Well,
like that. But it's surprising how many foreign evil dictators come to the United States. Like, I did my pre-law at Yale and then killed 2 million people.
We had to figure out how to do it.
I did my residency in a concentration camp.
Yeah. So. Keep in mind, though, that China's one-child policy didn't end until 2015. We just mentioned it, literally. So do you think she would have had the same access to the coaches and the ability to ski and to go out and do that and be trained and all of these things? Or do you think she would have even survived to be a skier or an athlete? Right? Which one do you want?
Yeah.
Because you benefited from the system set up here, and now you're going over there for a money play.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You never get an American passport again. That's totally fine. Absolutely.
And if we don't want to go to war, hey, you know what? Start off with not just diplomacy, writing a letter, but tighten the vice a little bit.
Right, exactly.
Oh, you're killing girls? Oh, you're not allowing people to be free? Oh, you're actually committing genocide against the Uyghurs? Guess what? We're not going to blow you up, though we'd kind of be justified. We're just not going to allow you to have access to our modern technology that was developed under the, of course, free enterprise system that you hate so much. Right. That's the issue, and this is just a person who's embodying it.
It's basically just flip-flopping, right? And I know the Olympics are coming up, and I know people tend to watch them. I mean, it's still pretty popular, even though I don't think fans are allowed this year. But she's basically saying that I look American and I look Chinese or I sound these ways. Well, hold on. You've totally missed out on what being American is. It's an idea.
Yeah.
This isn't about looking a certain way or sounding a certain way. It's about espousing certain principles. And you've gone to the country that espouses the exact opposite of freedom.
Yeah.
And you've done it for money using freedom to piggyback off of, right? But here's another thing. So look, if you're really mad right now, if you're a little bit pissed off that this person did that, that's fantastic.
We're not that mad.
We're not about boycotts or anything like that. Boycotts are fantastic. And in this case, we want you to support an American skier, 17-year-old Hannah Fallhaber, Gu's biggest American competition in the halfpipe, who has a pretty good shot of winning as well. So if you're going to watch the Olympics, when this girl comes on, Eileen Gu, make sure you give her no cheer, no applause whatsoever.
Well,
support
because this
American skiers.
This American here, Hannah, probably not getting the same victory.
Listen, well,
what?
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
more of an Old Navy.
Listen, she's like an REI girl. Come on.
Talbots.
Yep. Talbots.
At best.
Williams-Sonoma, just to piss
Talbots.
you off. Absolutely.
And if we don't want to go to war, hey, you know what? Start off with not just diplomacy, writing a letter, but tighten the vice a little bit.
Right, exactly.
Oh, you're killing girls? Oh, you're not allowing people to be free? Oh, you're actually committing genocide against the Uyghurs? Guess what? We're not going to blow you up, though we'd kind of be justified. We're just not going to allow you to have access to our